Lynyrd Skynyrd, the southern rock band from Jacksonville, Florida, was on the road to being one of the greatest American rock and roll bands of all time. They were loud, original, and just unstoppable, driven by the creative yet scary frontman, Ronnie Van Zant. But on October 20th, 1977, everything changed in a way that nobody was expecting. In just a few short years, they had built a legacy that most bands don't even come close to in their entire journey. Ronnie Van Zant was the brains behind the whole Lynyrd Skynyrd operation, although the legends Bob Burns and Ed King went their own ways a few years before. In 1977, the band was made up of Alan Collins, Gary Rossington, Ronnie Van Zant, Steve Gaines, Leon Wilkeson, Artemis Pyle, and Billy Powell. The craziest part is that Ronnie never even wrote down a single line. He would lay down on the couch and let his guitarist play a new riff they'd come up with. He would close his eyes and let the lyrics come to him, and they would fall right into his lap. That takes a creative genius to be able to do that. When guitarist Ed King had left the band in 1975, they had brought in Steve Gaines, and instead of that slowing them down, they actually got better, and Steve was starting to take their sound to a whole new level. You can hear it in the Street Survivors album that came out 3 days before their plane crash. They had a scheduled flight from Greenville, South Carolina to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and on the way there, their plane ran out of fuel due to pilot and crew ignorance. It crashed in the swamps of Mississippi, and the lead singer and frontman Ronnie Van Zant, guitarist Steve Gaines, and backup singer and sister of Steve, Cassie Gaines, all died in the crash. That night did not just end lives, it ended an era of rock and roll and one of the greatest musical journeys and potentials that America had ever seen. The band was entering a whole new era with so much left to give, and it was all taken from us in one singular night. And the truth is, the Lynyrd Skynyrd that we see that performs today is not the real Lynyrd Skynyrd, and it has not been since October 20th, 1977. None of the original members are left today, and the last original member, Gary Rossington, died in 2023. They still keep the name and the spirit alive and well, and is led by Ronnie's brother, Johnny Van Zant, but the heart of Lynyrd Skynyrd was led by Ronnie, and that died in that crash, and that has left fans wondering for decades of what could have been.
Thank you! Woo! You got that right. G-R-O-U-B-L-E